Hello guys and girls, Voices from the Dark here, welcome back to more The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion with Marina freaking Mistfire. Been a little while since we've delved back into the world of Cyrodiil. Marina just needed a little break, you know, saving the world from a demonic invasion tends to take its toll on you, so she just had a little rest outside the portal, but I figured it's about time we went back inside the city and actually reported to the countess that maybe you should consider sending a couple of people up to Bruma, because we helped you out here, you help us out there, everybody profits. So, what's on the agenda for the day? Well, we are on our little world tour, heading from city to city, saving the day, getting allies, and preparing to fight, you know, demons outside a giant hell portal, up near the temple where the new emperor is residing. However, to do that, we need to travel a little, and as we're traveling over to Skingrad in today's episodes, we can stop by somewhere on the way, and I wonder if it's actually the final Daedric shrine. Let's see, how many Daedric artifacts have we acquired so far? Artifacts found. 12. Okay, so I don't know if it's quite the final one, because I think there's like a total of 15. But we will be doing the Clavicus Vile quest, which is one of the more infamous Daedric quests in Oblivion, particularly because you can do part of the quest. In a lot of ways, not finishing the quest is the best way to do the quest, because you obtain a sword during the quest, which is very powerful, and having a sword that weighs 0 and you can get at any point in the game.
Mixing up some potions. You look like quite the alchemist.
I thought he was talking to her like, hey Countess, how about mixing up some potions, huh? Maybe something to help those wrinkles under your eyes.
How are you?
Fine, and you?
Not bad.
Have you heard the odd noises coming from Ugal Bellet's place?
Odd noises? No, I haven't.
Remember we went into his basement and he busted us down in the basement?
Safe travels.
Did she just...
Take care.
Did she just snort at him?
You look like a...
Okay.
It is quite nice to see you again. I hope you are faring well.
I'm really sorry to disturb you in the middle of this very official, very important business, but can you please send some aid for Bruma?
Your reputation precedes you, Hera of Kvatch. You have done my city a great service by closing the Oblivion Gate. I will now gladly send soldiers to aid in the defense of Bruma. Consider it done.
Yes, there we go.
Farewell.
Okay. If I have a look at this. Close the Oblivion Gate, spoke to the Countess of Chorrol. Alright, so Chorrol's been our first stop along the way.
You've got a real bounce to your step.
Thank you. You might see it as partly cheap to, you know, make you backtrack through every single city in the game and do a favor for them, which is usually the same favor. But I just see it as a good opportunity for us to get out there and see the world again, you know? Now, I would like to sell off some goods, and if I remember correctly, we did stash away some things in our... That's Francois Moutilleri's house. This is Arborwatch. My house, bum bum, in the middle of the Chorrol street. My house, bum bum. We stored away some things, didn't we? I swear we did, because I think we did it before we went out. So then, I mean, at least I wrote it down. I wrote down get... No, maybe... Wait, was this the one? Or did... Alright, I don't think this is random loot. Ebony Blade, Valdemar's Shield, wonderful. Was that all? I mean, I wouldn't place it in any other containers, would I? I wouldn't be that crazy. Things have been a little busy lately, with school and all, so it's been difficult to keep Marina Mistfire at the forefront of my heart, which is sad, because she's, you know, she's right here. She's our girl. We spent 208 days with her in Cyrodiil by now. That's quite considerable. I don't think we should go to Northern Goods and Trade, because... Makna, is that the Argonian lady's name? She will want to finish up the Hackdirt quest, which is going to give us a +5 to Mercantile. Needless to say, we don't want to get that until we're closer to level 100. Fire and Steel, actually I think the Mage's Guild is going to offer a good deal. Not that it matters, we're pretty freaking rich at this point. We have 270,000 gold. More than most people in the city combined, I think. Most cities combined, really. They walk around with like 10 gold on them. Okay. Where's my high elf? There he is. Angalmo. I'm gonna touch him, and then we're gonna make a good deal.
It's good to have a bit of good news in these dark times. What can I do for you? hero of Chorrol.
Oh, that's nice. They've heard about my deeds. You're not open right now?
Be seeing you.
Let's see, what's the clock? 12 p.m? Maybe it's his lunch break. We'll wait a little. We get... Wait, what's that? Angelmo!
I hope I can help.
Me too. Are you... Can you...
Good day.
He is the alchemist. Is this his day off? Maybe somebody else takes over. Maybe just has a really long lunch break. Being an alchemist and all, maybe, you know, take some bread, take some onion, mix it together, but then he just ends up with the restored fatigue potion and doesn't really...
Well met, Guildmate.
No.
It's my pleasure.
No idle chatter.
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
Okay. Let's get to selling. Daedric arrows. Heavy stuff. The ebony blade is a artifact. The ebony claymore, however, we can't get rid of. Hatred heart. Hatred's heart is really cool. We're gonna keep that. I mean, it's an artifact that could be cool to store away at home. I guess it's... Then again, do we though? I mean, we're probably gonna come across more copies. Hatred soul is just really good. I like Hatred soul a lot, but I mean, Hatred's heart does have a place with that drain speed attribute. We'll keep it for now. A little heavy, but I think we have the capability of carrying heavy things. Hatred soul arrow are just really cool as well. Daedric, right, I think we have only pieces of Daedric with us, so the main gear is at home right now, and then we can sell these. Having to keep all of this in my head, like, what's okay to sell? What do I have plans for in the future?
A good bit of gold.
It's a risk. It's a risk we're taking. I think you can get rid of those chameleons, because they're pretty weak.
Deal.
Weak sauce, that's a good feather spell, wow. I'm keeping that around. That's, look at this. This is their feather spell, like, oh, you know, 50 points for 300 sex. I'm like, no, 205 points for 812 sex. Sure, I take a single point of damage, that's just because of the bitter aftertaste. Regular potions of healing can go. Weariness, it's fun to drain people's fatigue and such, but I have the truncheon now, which does that very well for me.
Great deal. You drive a hard
Visibility is cool. I guess maybe I'll keep that. Strong potion of Night Eye. I mean, sometimes I want it. Sea Strive we do not want though.
A fair price.
Right, you know what? I'm gonna keep Night Eye potion. What year is it? What does Dark become? I think we can get rid of most of these. March of the Sea.
A fine transaction.
Paralyze. Psychic motion. Wow, it's a Nellicus scroll. So good. I think I can get rid of the keys of Dark Hate. Hey, do you want this key of Dark Hate? I mean, having it in your possession and going to bed is probably gonna make you wake up in some sort of dark realm, judging by their name, but I'm sure you'll figure it out. Shield 20% on self, disintegrate armor, 50 points on strike. Child overalls, I really want to try using them a bit more in today's episode. You know, I have a wooden spoon, you know? Just for you. Okay, we're still quite heavy with everything that we have with us, you know, Valdemar's shield. We have some things that I would want to place away, but this is good for now.
Good day.
We're ready to hit the road once again. I don't think there was anything else I wanted to do here in Chorrol. Talk to the beggars. Now, which gate should we leave from? I think the other gates, because we want to head southwards towards Skingrad. Now, on the way there... Actually, did we even start the Clavicus Vile? I think we talked there, because we need to give 500 gold. It's one of the more easy offerings, but you need to be level 20, which is what makes it so difficult. Now, the reason Clavicus Vile and his shrine is so infamous is because the quest revolves around a person named Umbra, who carries a sword named Umbra, which isn't confusing at all. And essentially, you can go down to the dungeon where Umbra resides at any point in the game, defeat Umbra, which can be quite difficult, and obtain her sword. And since it's a quest item, it will weigh 0. It's also one of the most high damage swords in the game, has a good end chance, and is overall a very, very powerful sword. Let me see, I want to see what we have here. 8 is Traveler's Grace, I do believe. Is that correct? Yes, that looks about right. Woo, flips. So a lot of people in the early days of Oblivion, just starting out, you know, they're like, oh, I could get the best sword in the game, and then they go and they kill Umbra, usually by cheesing her, by, you know, jumping up on a pillar and shooting her with like 100 arrows, and then they get a badass sword, and they break the game. And you know, that's fun for a period. However, if you want to truly complete the quest, you have to give up the sword in order to receive a much more powerful artifact, the Mask of Clavicus Vile, infamous for its +20 personality. boosts. You know, you never know when you're gonna need a +20 personality boost, am I right? So it's something that we sadly don't really have a choice with. We have to give up Umbra. But that's fine, because I feel like we can make weapons with cooler enchants than Umbra possesses. One of the enchants is Soul Trap, the others I can't quite remember at this point though. I think we're gonna stay clear of ruins for the time being. I didn't mean to heal there, I kinda wanted the Traveler's Grace, but if you insist, we can actually see parts of this statue there in the distance. The Clavicus Vile quest often has a certain gimmick to it. If you remember the Clavicus Vile quests in Skyrim, where you get a little dog follower, something similar might happen. How are we feeling at the Clavicus Vile Shrine, by the way, Yushi?
You have pleased Molag Bal.
Oh wait, this is...
Blessed is the one who spreads the seeds of descent.
Right, sorry.
Praise be
Yeah,
to
that's not Clavicus Vile. I'm terribly sorry to have mislabeled your prince. I will be off now, through the woods. So ashamed of myself right now. So obtaining the weapon is going to be very interesting, because Umbra gets more powerful as the levels go up. She has quite a healing potential. However, I feel that with our current power level, she should be beatable. You know, it takes a certain kind of enemy to really make Marina struggle now, but it'll be interesting to see how she, you know, stacks up against the infamous Umbra. And that should be one of the final artifacts of the game itself. Because I think we need to collect 14 and then we get the final Hermaeus Mora quests. Which means that it's this prince and then 2 more? Might be. I wonder if they are ones that are in my quest log right now. The Daedric prince spoke to me. Sanguine believes that the countess... Right, Sanguine down in Leowyn. That's another one. And we will be going there. So once we've done that as well, we will just be 1 artifact away from getting the final quest. Or will that trigger it? We'll see. We'll see. There we go. Clavicus Vile. And his friends, Golgro Burbog.
You have been told the proposition. Your donation for a possible audience with Clavicus Vile. The choice is yours.
Alright, I'll tell you. Any rumors?
Folks think we're all evil? What do they know? Do I look evil?
I'm not gonna answer that.
We watch
you know,
and wait.
You don't look evil. You look like you're the protagonist of the new Shrek movie, to be honest. Sure thing.
A mortal! Wonderful. Always a pleasure. Perhaps you'll do service for me, mortal, and I'll reward you. A fair bargain, don't you think? You will retrieve for me a sword, a very special sword. It contains the soul of Umbra, a hero I have had dealings with in the past. Bring the sword to me, and I'll reward you with my mask. You'll not find a better bargain, mortal. Begin your search in Hell's Gate.
When I gave my offering at the Shrine of Clavicus Vile, the Daedric Lord told me about Umbra and how he wishes me to return to him the Umbra sword. I also seem to have gotten a little statue with me. Statuette of a dog. Interesting. Well then, Hell's Gate should be nearby. It's usually a place we stop by when we're heading southeastwards, or just southwards from the waterfront when we're going down to the southeast. We usually stop by, so we can go see it.
Hello! Hey, pay attention! In your pack, the dog. I swear, you heroes aren't particularly quick on the uptake. Good. Got your attention. I'm Barbas, the Hound of Clavicus Vile. Not that I've always been Hound, or always been called Barbas. I've also been a Red Guard. For a while I was a scamp, making deals with orcs. But for now, I am his Hound, and I serve the Lord Clavicus.
Morrowind reference.
A word of advice here. You've made a bad deal. This Umbra, bad business. Things always end badly where that one's concerned. Clavicus has always been a little blind to that, and it'll end badly this time too. So just leave things be. Walk away. It's your best bet, really.
Barbas, the Hound of Clavicus Vile, has spoken to me through the figurine that appeared in my pack. He tells me that returning the Umbra sword to Clavicus Vile is a mistake, likely to cause great ruin to Vile's domain. Well, his path is still the true path. We will have to obey Clavicus Vile, I'm afraid. Oh wow, scaled armor. As in, level scaled, not actual scaled. Mithril and glass.
Without question.
Well met.
The council runs the arena to amuse the masses.
These ladies are just blabbering on. Do you want to have a real conversation?
Welcome to Pell's Gate. What brings you around here?
I'm looking for Umbra.
Aye, I know of Umbra. But you're a stranger to me, and I'm not talking.
Alright, looks like we gotta grease him up.
Go ahead.
Let's figure out what he wants. He likes big butts and he cannot lie. I think boasting? Let's see.
You think that?
Yeah. Boom, boom.
What a great story.
So we just gotta...
You think... Don't... I wish I could say that.
I gotta remember I have the rotate
what
power.
What a great story.
Like if I do this.
Not... You think that's funny?
Is that good?
Umbra. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. And it's not one you should be using around Pell's Gate either.
Before I go on, let's clear something up. Are you here asking about the sword or the person? Which is it?
The person.
Who is Umbra? I can tell you who Umbra used to be. Lenwyn. She's my apprentice, at least she was, until she found that sword. Never did say where it came from. She just showed up with it one day. Said it was called Umbra. But she was different. She'd always been fair with a sword, but she began looking for fights, became bloodthirsty, then started calling herself Umbra after the sword. Finally signed on with some mercenaries, but I heard that ended too. We haven't seen her in years.
Tell me about the sword now.
It's a powerful sword, no doubt about that. Jet black, got a wicked edge on it, and they say it can steal a man's soul.
Where is she now?
Can't say for sure. Some say they've seen her nearby, near the Vindasel ruins. Might just be wishful thinking, though. If she's around, she hasn't come into Pell's Gate, nor should she. I fear that girl is long gone. If you seek her out, take care. She's a powerful one, or at least that sword is. I'd steer clear if I was you.
Interesting.
I wish you luck. I fear you'll need it.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello!
Don't go stirring up trouble.
You look absolutely ridiculous in that helmet. Can I just point that out?
Umbra? You need to speak with Iroki the Wide.
Okay, well I'm going then.
Farewell.
Farewell. Okay, the people of Pell's Gate, not the most intelligent bunch. But, you know, they do what they do. That's not the preps. What's the? Do I even have the prep spell for Fortify? I do not have the prep spell for Fortify Restoration, which means I just have straight up Restoration. Okay. Well then, let's go over to the Vindasel ruins and see how Umbra is after level 20. It's very nostalgic, because I do remember going down into that dungeon when I was starting out, like, oh, I can get, you know, you hear whispers of Umbra, the powerful sword that can slay any man. And you just go, oh, well, it doesn't even weigh anything. But of course, you have to find a good way of acquiring it. Seeing spider ladies out in the wild is quite wild. Let me try that again. Seeing spider ladies out in the wild is quite rare. Quite wild too. Must have come from a portal of sorts. Oh! Or just they belong to this conjurer lady here. Good night. Take a couple of potions with ya. Glass daggers, great money. Okay. Looks like conjurers have taken over this place. I hear she signed on with mercenaries, but that might not be who we're gonna face in here. Okay. Have you ever noticed, like, Marina's, like the nail on her thumb? How sharp that is? It seems like she could kill somebody just with that alone, just giving them a proper poke with that. I mean, she's been out in the wild for like 200 days. She needs to trim her nails. Okay. Let's see if we can get a good feel for this place. Okay, rats. Easy pickings. Wow. Yeah, double rat kill. Also, that's a trap that's gonna end poorly. All right, let's get some of these. Oh boy, thank you. Jump. Ha. Of course, they're always gonna land behind. That used to be a problem back in the day. Remember us like shooting Welkin stones behind their... Oh. Wow. Goal! Shooting them behind their pedestals. Okay. And yoink. I'd like shoot them down with a bow and arrow because we didn't have the acrobatics to jump up. That's... Oh, good times, huh? I don't see anything else with my life detection on. Oh, it's just like a gas chamber with walls? It might be. Alright. I think we're just gonna shock these babies down. Yeah, there's a little bit of gas. Marina can deal with that. She's been around David enough. There we go. Doink. And this one. Welkin stones are really great for restoring our magical capabilities, and I think I'm gonna put them back on here. They weigh a bit more than the strong potions of sorcery, and they're more effective, so they're just good. Okay, it's oddly... Ooh, why so many monsters? The chance of monsters being in a dungeon where there are humanoids isn't that great, so maybe they've rolled it really poorly, or this has just become that type of dungeon. Oh, well, that's definitely a sinister figure. I think we've arrived. Okay. That's Umbra herself. Maybe we can still reason with her?
Get out of here while you can. You risk much by speaking to me. You should leave this place. Now. Umbra is my blade. It is who I am. Who I was meant to be. For years I have fed my blade the souls of man and myrrh. Warriors and priests, kings and paupers, men, women and children. All have bled for me.
Hey, same.
I have seen them all fall, and still Umbra hungers for more. Do not speak to me of that place. It was another lifetime. It was before I became what I am now. Perhaps they sent you to kill me. Are they worried I might come in the night and burn their village down around them? No matter. I am what I've become, and I know my fate. But what of you? What is it you seek? My death? My blade? I offer you a choice, more than I have offered most. Stay here and die, or leave now and live your life. Speak to me again when your mind is set.
This is your out, friend. Leave it alone. How about we just march on back to the shrine and tell Clavicus the deal is off? Sure, he'll be a bit put off, but you won't be dead. At least, you probably won't. That's better odds than you're getting here.
Interesting proposition, but it looks like you don't know me very well, Barbas. If Umbra is her greatest asset, if Umbra is who she is, I got an idea for how we can deal with that. I think we'd have to go for a spell for that one. Because the new spell, the stone we got, that's disintegrate armor, that wouldn't do. However, we do have disintegrates weapon, do we not? I was sure we had a way to break somebody's weapon. I might have put it away, unfortunately. Okay. Well, I still kind of want to try at Hatred's Heart and see what it's like to hit her with this mace and see if we can actually stop her in her tracks if we drain her speed enough. Could be interesting.
I assume you've made your choice. Umbra hungers. What shall it be?
We fight.
Come then, try your luck. Feel the bite of Umbra.
We'll see how you do. Whoa, look at that glow on Umbra right there. Okay. It broke her. What? If you lower somebody's speed to 0, I think they break out of combat. This mace is gonna break the entire game. Holy heck. What? Ugh. Okay, now that's just... when you lower somebody's speed to 0, like I read that sometimes they don't... What the frick? Here it is though. Umbra. 21 base weapon damage, which is good on regular difficulties. Soul Trap for 120 seconds on strike. Incredibly overkill. Also Umbra's gear, which I think I'm gonna keep. I retrieve the Umbra sword.
I'm telling you, don't bring that sword back to Clavicus. It'll ruin him, I'm sure. I mean, not completely. He's still a Daedric principal.
Daedra.
Look, keep the sword if you want. That's your decision. But don't give it back to Clavicus. He doesn't know what's good for him sometimes.
I feel like Bethesda wanted to make it clear that you have a choice here, because usually it's like your choice is, you know, I mean it's still the same choice, give it back or not give it back, but I feel like this time they wanted to make it more interesting by having that seem, you know, like a viable option. And in many cases, it is the best option to not deliver it, because you get a badass sword. I mean, even now, if you go back and talk to Clavicus, this turns into a regular sword with regular weight, but if you don't, it remains a sword with 0 weight. So ignoring Clavicus is now the best course of action. However, when we're doing things 100%, that's sadly not an option for us. Which is okay. We've already cheesed the game enough. Not even... I mean, we cheese it through just using its systems against it. Growing in power. Rising from nothing. And then we lash out at everything and everyone. And it's so wonderful. Let's get our butts out of here. Let's get back to Pell's Gate. Tell them all what's up. We also cleared out the Vindasel ruins, which is wonderful. However... we did miss this baby. Now we got that. Should be most of them. Poor little ratty Roo here. Oh, I wanted to impale him before we left, but did a cool boogie at the very least. Celebrate the small victories in life. Okay. I don't think there's a point to return to Pell's Gate now. Might have some dialogue there, but for now I think we're just going to simply go up here, do a flip, which is really to just make sure my cursor stays on the right monitor and doesn't scroll through things on the other monitor. There we go. Shrine in the distance. Sorry, Barbas, this is something we'll have to do. However, we can have a little look at the sword before we give it up. I feel like that's only right. I'm really bad at, you know, showcasing swords and things we pick up. Hey, we look like a bad cosplay of Umbra. We just look like a... You're really pale, Marina. Like, you look like you never left the basement. Still, I mean, you kind of rock that style. Oh wow, I kind of like that, that armor set. It's kind of nice. I mean, the protection's not great compared to our magical enchants, and I mean, it barely lowers our spell effectiveness, though. I mean, it slows us down, but still, we feel like a badass warrior right now. Alright, I think we better unequip the sword, though, because we're gonna give it away, and I don't want anything to bug out during the process. Say goodbye to Umbra, everybody. Let's go back to Aetherius. Well then.
You've brought the sword! Now give it to me. As we agreed, Umbra and I have unfinished business.
Yes.
Excellent! A pitiful sword with a pitiful soul in exchange for a mask fit for a god. You've gotten the better of this bargain, mortal. Now, I have business to attend to. Run along. Perhaps I'll be looking for you again.
Clavicus Vile appreciated my efforts. He's taken the Umbra sword and rewarded me with the mask of Clavicus Vile. Yes.
Oh well, been good knowing you, kid. Back to being his hound for me. As for you, good luck, I guess. I've met worse.
It's high praise. Okay, that was Clavicus Vile complete. Oh, I look forward to looking at this though, but... This is just Bethesda trolling, you know? They knew this is exactly what the player's face would look like when they give up Umbra and receive a mask of plus 20 personality. Oh, it's such a good troll though. I really like it. Still, it's another Daedric artifact in our possession, and we gotta celebrate that. Okay, so if we now go to artifacts found, we found 13 artifacts, which means that yes, we only need to go and get Sanguine's artifact down near Leowyn, and we can initiate the final Daedric artifact quest and get one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful artifact in the entire game, from Hermaeus Mora himself. But before that, we did have our sights set on Skingrad. We've also been playing for about 30 minutes now. Stand here by the crutch of the vile Clavicus. I kind of want to continue playing. I found a little slot to play now that I've finished 2 out of 3 of exams at the moment. I'm wondering if I should do an episode after this. Yeah, I think I will. Well, guys and girls, I hope you enjoyed today's adventures with Marina. It was fun seeing Umbra again. I'm sure a lot of Oblivion players have a love-hate relationship with her, and of course the wonderful mask of Clavicus Vile is now in our possession, which is totally going to change our playstyle. Not so sure. Regardless, have a still good day, take care, and stay awesome. But most importantly, everybody, stay dark. Goodbye.